So sorry, my connection totally booted me off of here. Sorry about that, you guys. This is just a continuation from the live video below. Whoops. Really shitty connection. Sorry about that. So sorry. Still, this is a continuation. I'm just trying to get my comments going here. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry, I'm back. Continuation on dating in general. I would like to know what your best and worst dating experiences are, or how they have been. What kind of relationship are you in? Do you have multiple partners? Are you completely 100% monogamous? And if you're new and you haven't been here, welcome. My name is Heidi. I do a little bit on Thursdays with Inked Mag for a live show. This is me. That's where you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so on and so forth. If you missed where to find my contact details, they're actually below on the part 1 of this video, right before I got kicked off because of my internet connection. So I apologize. I apologize. Hello. What's up? Hello. You saw me with a thorn? Yeah, anyways. So we're back and we're talking about dating. We are talking about what your past experiences have been. We're talking about your current experiences. What your longest relationships have been like. Your idea of a great first date. So sorry about that, you guys. My connection was really bad. Really bad. So we're still on the topic of dating. Hi, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. How are you, Jesse? Oh, Kelly says she's married, but to the wrong person. That's gotta be hard, getting married with somebody, being in a relationship with somebody that who you're married to, and you're kind of stuck with them. Just catching these. Me hugs all the way. Hi, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. If you were just watching the part 1 video to this, I apologize. My internet connection was really crappy and it totally kicked me off. So I'm back, and I'm back talking about relationships. Basically all kinds of topics that go with it. Yeah, it's a very broad topic. There's all kinds of things to talk about it. Lasted years. How long was your longest relationship? Don't date it all fake these days. The older you get, the harder it is difficult. Too many selfish, insecure people. The older you get, the harder it is difficult. I don't know if that makes sense. Too many selfish or insecure people out there. Yeah, I hear you. That's difficult. Thanks so much. You guys are sweet. Just getting these questions, you guys. Yeah, and do me a favor, go ahead and reshare this video. If you think somebody would benefit from this video talking about dating, and if you just want to share everybody else's awesome experiences, via comments to somebody, go ahead and tag them this video, share the video, like the video, all of that stuff. Oh my goodness. Make me plate for her hair, drove her to Old School and waved off. I was 20 and she was, explain that. Raymond says he dated a girl who used to call him daddy. Then she would make me plait her hair. I don't know what that means. Braid? Drive her to her old school. That one's all over the place. Anyways, are you guys in a monogamous relationship, or do you guys have multiple partners? I myself, I'm in a fairly monogamous relationship. Yeah. But, you know, I've definitely had my fun. I think that's important when as you get older and you are in relationships, I feel like you get more secure with yourself. Therefore, you're more secure with the person that you are with in the relationship, and you're able to communicate to each other a whole lot more, especially if you want to bring somebody into the relationship. That's a whole lot of explaining to do if you aren't explaining, or if you're not communicating with your partner. So, yes. I figured that older, you're harder to find mate. Polyamory is hard. Caitlin, why is why is being poly hard for you? What do you think is the hardest thing about that? And are you poly? No, I'm not going to give you my phone number, dude. Come on. But if you want to go check out all my modeling stuff and all of my stuff in general, go ahead and just go to my Instagram or go to my Facebook page. And I believe this one, if I don't have this one tagged with my description, in the description, me tag, then I'll go and fix it after it's done. Or you can go down to the video below this one, which is the first part of this, and you can snag my Facebook and my Instagram information down there. So yeah, communication is definitely key. I'm trying to think of if I've ever had any communication problems. I'm sure everybody's had some sort of shitty communication in a relationship or two. Yeah, man, if you're not going to bare your soul and be completely honest to your partner, then there's really not like a whole lot of hope in that relationship with them, you know? Like, what if you guys go out drinking, or you go out to the bar, or you go out to like a function and you accidentally catch the feels or something for someone else there, or your partner catches you checking them out, like, you know what I mean? I'm doing very good. Thank you so much, Joseph. How are you doing? Somebody asked for a kiss, so I blew it. Your contact, I miss it. I want to get my... Yeah, social media. So let's see. Eric says social media is an issue for a lot of people in relationships, I can only imagine. Social media has definitely been... I've at least experienced one or two bad things about social media playing a part in a relationship, and it mostly had to do with jealousy. People being super jealous, being super insecure, not being able to handle it, especially with the work that I do. Yeah, it's hard to try and convince it's hard to try and convince someone who is super insecure and can't handle it. I've never had any partner of mine try and like hold my phone or anything like that. Like, but they can. Like, I have nothing to hide. But I don't know. I've definitely had a boyfriend, or I've been in a relationship where the trust was really big deal, even with social media. And they were a cheater. They definitely cheated on me multiple times. I think everyone has been cheated on at least once. Thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, or if you're new to this, my name's Heidi, and I'm here usually Thursday evenings. I haven't been here in a little while. I'm just due to a ton of traveling, but now I'm back. Thank you to Inked Mag for having me, for letting me come on here and talk to you guys, which is super awesome and fun for me. It's a great way to spend my Thursday. So if you've been here, welcome back. If you're new, listen in, leave a comment. Let me know what your worst and best experiences have been in relationships and what kind of relationship you have right now. Jason, I will not marry you. I'm sorry. You have to do that. Yeah, I know. Mark says you should never have to be in a relationship where you have to do that or be that way. Yeah, I completely 100% agree. Well, open relationships. What do you guys think about open relationships? Do you guys feel like you can handle it? I mean, I think my relationship is not open. It's not necessarily open, but I'm human. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're only human. I think even people who say they're super monogamous, something has happened. Some sort of slip has happened. Maybe they wanted that slip to happen. Maybe they had somebody come into the relationship. Sometimes people can have monogamous relationships but have fun together with other people, and I understand that, but I wouldn't necessarily call that 100% an open relationship. That just means that they both, at the time, communicated something and had something maybe like once or twice happen. But I do have friends that are in open relationships, and they have no problem about it at all. 100%, they trust the person. The other partners in that relationship actually have met each other. They all hang out. I don't know if I guess I wouldn't call it weird at all, but it's definitely very trusting. So they have a lot of trust built with each other over that. Shout out to Crystal A. Johnson. What's up? Oh, Emily says she's too insecure for open relationship. Jealousy would get you. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of agreeing with you a little bit. I wouldn't, I don't know. I'm in a relationship right now that I'm very happy in, and there is that human part of me that's, yeah, you know, I feel jealous sometimes. I can feel the jealousy, but I almost have to like repress it a little bit, just because I know that the communication is there, and I love that person a whole lot, and they love me back, and in order for me to just deal with it, I kind of just have to deal with it. I have to trust the process. And sometimes that's all you can do. You have to just trust the process. I'm just reading through some comments here. You have reason, baby. Every girl I've ever met that's cheating on me. Oh, off topic, where can I get just like that? This is not a one piece. I've got a moth tattoo underneath here. It's kind of small. I mean, if I could go back, I probably would have taken this moth and stretched out a whole lot more. And I'm going to show you guys a few of my tattoos too. I mean, this is Inked Magazine, and this is a tattoo page, and I'm sure I have a lot of people asking, so I'll just kind of show you a few real quick. This is my favorite tattoo right here, Chucky. I've got quite a bit of tattoos on my legs. Getting my knee tattooed was probably pretty bad. I've got my thighs pretty much all done. I've got my butt cheek up here all tattooed. Let's see, I'll show you guys my back. I have this swimsuit on so I can actually show my back tattoos off. It's been very hard. Got that. And I want to get my whole back done. I'm just kind of piecing it together a little bit. What do you guys think of my back tattoos? My back tattoos! And I'll go around to the other side too and show you guys. There's that one. Got that one. This one was super duper painful for me, you guys. I think this one took me like 3 sessions to do. Like, ugh. So no, just for the original question, this is not a one piece. It's obviously a 2-piece. Yeah. And I love orange. Orange is my favorite color. Not this kind of orange, but tangerine. So now that I have your guys' attention. Yeah, so back to relationship questions. Are you in a relationship where you bring people in? Have you guys had conversation about that and communicate that to each other? So on and so forth. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Kajira, I hope I'm saying that right, has said, Kajira says she is in a very open relationship. I would do anything for her. I'm just afraid to lose her. Yeah. Well, if you're in an open relationship, you're kind of running that risk on purpose. If you want to be in an open relationship, which it sounds like you want to be in an open relationship, you run the risk of either jealousy or somebody being insecure or the trust issue kind of thing. And if you don't want to lose her, then maybe reevaluate the type of relationship you're in. I guess that would be my advice. Thank you. Somebody says my eyes are beautiful. So yeah, so if I sound like a broken record, but if you're new here, my name's Heidi. I usually do a little live bit on Thursday evenings. I haven't been here in a while. If you want to find out where to find me, oh, I did it right this time. That's where you can find me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, probably the most. Yeah. And we're here talking about relationships. We're talking about first dates. We're talking about open relationships. We're talking about poly relationships. We're talking about all of the kind of relationships that humans are in. We're talking about all of that. The nitty-gritty. Oh. Mike says his girlfriend screwed somebody just to prove a point and won't tell me his name. And how do I go about getting his name? I just wanted to know who he is. She had sex with somebody to prove a point to you? I'm imagining that you guys were arguing or fighting when that happened. Maybe, and she was just trying to get back at you. I could see that. I'm gonna push this light a little down, you guys. Ugh. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Somebody asked me how old I was. How old do you guys think I look? Don't worry, I won't be offended. I'm not easily offended at all. In fact. Also, thank you to everybody who's already shared this video. I really appreciate it. If you think somebody would benefit from watching this video about relationships, of course, and tattoos, then go ahead and tag them in the comments below and reshare them or share it on their page. I think you could do that, right? Yeah. Mindy! Thatch, aren't we friends? Yes, we are. I miss you. Aw. I just had one of my dearest friends join the conversation. I miss you and Derek a whole lot, Mindy. Scott says he was in an open relationship with a can opener and it tore me apart. No bueno. That's hilarious. That was a horrible joke, but that was hilarious. In your 30s. Not quite. How old do you guys think I am? Leave your comment below. And when somebody actually gets it right, I'll tell you. I'm not 25. I'm definitely not 23 or 24. I'm not 32. Not 27. Come on. Let's hear it, you guys. How old am I? Leave your comments below and let's find out. I like games. Games are fun. I'm not 25. Ooh, long distance relationships. Have you guys ever had a long distance relationship? Somebody just made a comment. Kathy says long distance relationships are so hard. I'm so in love with someone that lives 17 hours from me, and he says he wants me, but he doesn't want me long distance. Breaks my heart. Oh, Kathy, that breaks my heart as well. Yes, I can absolutely relate to you on that. I dated somebody who lived in another country, and that didn't work out so well. But that person also turned out to be someone who's way insecure and couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle my lifestyle, couldn't handle my work, couldn't handle the fact that I modeled, anything like that. Yeah, it didn't work. It's really hard to do long distance relationships unless you plan on visiting that country or that continent, maybe regularly, you know, and then you run the risk of trust. Trust is a big one. If that person is insecure, they're going to assume that you're out carousing, you know, doing bad things, I guess. Yeah, that's hard. Long distance relationships. Is anybody else in a long distance relationship, or have you been in a long distance relationship and what happened? Did it work out? I will wait patiently for your answers. My hair's so puffy right now. I need a haircut, you guys. It's getting so long. I am wearing a swimsuit top too. Ladies, I got it from Target. If you go over to Target, they're having awesome swimsuits right now. Anyways, sorry. I'm very much like Squirrel, if you guys haven't noticed already. Oh yeah, light. Oh, let there be light. Never work the girl. Oh no. Brad says long distance relationships don't work. The girls always cheat. Ladies, do you want to chime in on that? That's not always the case. It's not always the girl's fault in a long distance relationship, okay? Guys are equally as guilty and equally as responsible for those things that happen. So also, again, I know I sound like a broken record. If you think somebody would like to watch this video, or if you know of anybody who has like just bad, they just don't know how to date, they're bad at it, tag them in the comments below. My mom lived in Nottingham, England. Well, that's really sad. George says, my dad lived in Pennsylvania and my mom lived in Nottingham, England, and they were married for 29 years until my dad passed from cancer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about that. I'm definitely not 21. Oh, God. So we're still talking about the topic of long distance relationships. Do they work? Have you been in one before? Or did it turn out? Not everybody has a shitty long distance relationship, okay? Oh, I'm just reading, catching all these comments. Dave says local relationships are a pain in the ass. I guess I'm going to write that. I should try long distance relation. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you feel like you don't want to see that person all the time, you could try a local relationship and see if that works. Or no, not a local, a long distance. Sorry, guys. I'm not 28. Oh, God. I'm just reading. I'm trying to catch all these comments, you guys. There's quite a bit. Again, if you're just tuning in, my name's Heidi. I am here usually every Thursday, just trying to come up with topics each time, so I have something new to talk with you guys about. We are talking about relationships. We are discussing what kind of relationship you're in. What kind of relationship do you prefer? Do you have multiple partners? Do you agree with long-distance relationships? What do you guys think? Oh, trying to catch all these. And do me a solid and go ahead and reshare this video too. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. Nicholas Sleaze. That's your last name? I don't know. Nicholas Sleaze says he's a singer for a band. We'll say that. My relationships are long distance. Are there any other musicians out there? Let's see, who else does? Yeah, are there any other musicians out there that travel and they go on tour, and do they have spouses at home? Do you guys have kids at home? And is that difficult? Do you trust your partner? Do you trust yourself when you go on tour? I've never had to do that because I'm not in a band, of course. I'm not 26. Nobody's gotten it yet. You guys have to guess how old I am. You guys are sweet, dude. Tell me I look 24? Whew. You're off. You're off. You like the overnight meaningful relationships. The overnight, you mean one night stands? Thank you so much. Somebody commented on my little jellyfish. I like this top so much, you guys. I feel like a salsa dancer with this thing. I don't know if that even makes any sense at all. Does that make any sense? Salsa dancer. Look. Yes. I'm 29. Colin just guessed my age. But I'm technically 30. Technically, I'll be 30 in less than 2 weeks, so I think like 10 days. I'll be 30. I think it's crazy. Dirty 30. I don't even know what I'm going to do for my 30th birthday. I think I just want Taco Bell. I want a Bloody Mary and Taco Bell. It's probably what I want. Anyways. Pasquale just said, I feel that a marriage should be like a lease. 3 years and get a new one. Oh, that's interesting. Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with that? I mean, I guess in the first 1 to 3 years, you've got the honeymoon stage, people like to call it, where things are still really exciting. You still sneak out of bed in the morning to brush your teeth before you kiss them. I mean, I guess that's a thing. You don't poop around them. You don't fart around them. What else? Yeah. That's love. But I don't know. If you love somebody truly a lot, you want to stay with them forever. I don't feel like 3 years is long enough with someone. You know? And if you feel like you want a new one, you could always just bring somebody into the relationship. We've been talking about open relationships and multiple partners, you know, this whole time. So, and I've had all kinds of people tell me how their experience has been and what their answers are on that, how their views are. Hi, Ken. Hi, Nicholas. When is your birthday? My birthday is May 22nd, which makes me a Gemini. Does anybody else have a birthday this month or like in the next 10 days or so? But I guess before May is up, is there anybody else birthdays? Stefan says threesome. I don't know if it's Stefan or Steven. What is love? Perfect gift for me. You guys, these are all great comments. Do you guys think, let's see. Do you guys think that being married means you have to have kids? Is that the kind of relationship you guys think marriage is? Not everybody gets married and wants to have kids. I think I could probably not pass. Yeah, I'll definitely pass on the kids, but I think I could probably get married. I mean, I don't know. I don't need anything super extravagant. Okay. You guys, these comments are so great. Forever, not enough. There's love. Yeah, Colin says more people should try open relationships and add spice to their wait, to add spice to their relationships. Yeah, I said that right. Yeah, a lot of people having one person in a relationship with them is not enough. They need more. So then I think that's when like cheating occurs. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. Not in my relationship personally. I don't feel like it has to be open in order for me to, be in the relationship at all. I will say that, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be able to have fun together, but as long as you guys are communicating about it. If you're not communicating about it, then that's when the cheating happens. That's when the jealousy happens. That's when your partner wants to hold on to their phone for the whole time, and they don't trust you, or you don't trust them. Yeah, it's all bad, Hi guys. Yes, if you're just joining in, my name's Heidi. I do a little bit on Thursdays. I'm also a broken record. I'm a broken record right now, but thank you so much to Ink Mag for having me. We are on the topic of relationships. So, if anybody has any good relationship experience stories they want to share with everyone, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Me personally, I'm in a closed relationship, I guess, but like we've had fun, Not everybody has to be in an open relationship to have fun, so. I've been married for 5 times. Oh my goodness. Go get back to tattoos. We're actually not talking about tattoos today, you guys. We're talking about relationships. So, I did kind of go over my tattoos a little bit. There's a little bit of a teeny little tattoo tour above. But as you can see, I'm pretty tattooed. I would consider myself heavily tattooed. The last tattoo I got was over here. Got my buff eagle. From Alaska, so I'm doing kind of like Alaskan themed sleeve over here. The artist who did this is Dustin Kendig out of Ronin Art. You guys, I can't even talk. Ronin Art Living Tattoo Studio. Blech. Can't talk. Todd says he couldn't get a chick even if he paid for her. Is that something that you've done before? I definitely have not. I think that's what you call illegal. Oh. Still just reading through these comments, you guys. Oh, my worst relationship. Somebody asked me what my worst relationship was. Where I got cheated on multiple times. That's probably the worst one. I'm not really bitter about it. But it's not like I'm like happy about it either. It's not like I'm like, yeah, it's the fucking best. It happens. I think everyone's experienced a little bit of a shitty relationship before. I feel like everybody's probably gotten cheated on once, maybe twice. But I would definitely say the worst relationship was that one for me. And yeah, and I was constantly called stupid, which if you're in a relationship with somebody who you really actually love, that person is going to support you and love you no matter what and not put you down. So, and I feel like I use that a lot. That's like a friend thing too. Like, you don't want to be around anybody who doesn't make you feel great, or you don't want to have people around you that don't appreciate you for who you are and what you do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Has there been anyone out there who has dated somebody in the sex industry? Have you ever dated a dancer or a cam girl? Or who else is in the sex industry? A porn star? That one's a pretty good one. I can't imagine how that would be. You know what I mean? I remember I talked when I was in Vegas for a tattoo show. Oh, was it 2 years? Like a year and a half ago. I actually was talking to a female, and she kind of was in the porn industry. And I had all kinds of questions for her. I had a lot of pretty detailed questions for her, like probably the type of questions that are like questions that you ask like dancers and strippers, like, you know, like what happens if you're on your period? Like, are you still gonna film the scene? Has anything super embarrassing happened to you while filming? Have you ever had to have sex with somebody that you didn't want to have sex with? That would be kind of really difficult to be a porn star, you guys. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you would have much choice. I don't know. But yeah, interesting. I think dating somebody who worked in that industry would be pretty difficult unless you were a very secure person and you guys talked, you know, till you're blue in the face about it, you know? Do you have long hair? I mean, not really. This is my hair. It's big, right? Now I'm just feeling myself, you guys. I'll push it over on that side. Anyways. I used to be a dancer, very hard to be in a relationship. Kathy says she used to be a dancer and it was very hard to be in a relationship. Oh, Kathy, what was the hardest thing about being in a relationship as a dancer? Did you ever have your boyfriend or husband come to the club and like get crazy or beat some guy up that you were giving a lap dance to? Like, how is that? I've talked to other dancers and they have told me something similar. They've told me that their boyfriends and or significant others are not allowed in the club just because of something like that happening. And it just looks, it's like that's where you make your money. It's like you don't want somebody fucking with your money, you know, even if they are your partner. Bridget says, thank you for this topic. Yes, you're welcome. And if anybody has anything to add to the topic, relationship-wise, worst, best experience, are you in an open relationship, then go ahead and make a comment and we can talk about it. Somebody says drugs. No. No thanks. Be so easy, but remember that everything begins and ends with love. Yeah, that's a really interesting way to look at it, actually. Do you have another language? Also, do you have a phone call and another? No. I don't even know what that means. No, I'm not single. Sorry. I hope I'm going to say this right. Akin says, what is the best advice to give someone like him, like me, that has never picked up a chick in a while? Man. If you're going to pick a chick up, I guess that really depends. Are you picking them up on social media? Or are you picking them up at a bar? I generally find that dating somebody you meet in a bar is not always the best. Just because people are usually drinking. So unless you know them already, I'd say that's kind of a bad thing. You probably want to meet them when you're sober and in daylight. I'd say that's how, like, one-night stands happen, or, like, bad one-night stands happen. I've had friends tell me some pretty bad stories and experiences. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I guess the advice I would give you, Akin, I hope I'm saying that right, would be to do your homework. Be patient. Don't overtalk. Brush your teeth. Nobody likes somebody with bad breath. Wear something you're comfortable in. And don't hide who you are. You know what I mean? You don't have to hide from somebody. Oh, that's sweet, Corey. Thanks. Mindy says she met her soulmate through a good friend. I wonder who that good friend is, Mindy. Yeah, I've got a pretty good story. I'll just like touch on that real quick. So one of my tattoo artists, I was getting tattooed by one of my tattoo artists, and I had a roommate at the time, and I was getting tattooed, and during my session I had told my tattoo artist that I had like a super hot smoking roommate, and she was single, and I showed him the picture, and he was like, whoa, she's fucking hot. And I was like, yeah, she's hot, totally. And now they're together, and they've been together for years, like a couple years now. And they had a kid together, and I mean, I guess you could say I was a little matchmaker. So, little Cupid's arrow here. Thank you. So somebody says so many tattoos. This is Inked Mag. You had to show them tattoos off. David says trash. Oh, you're breaking my heart. Hi, James. Thank you so much. Getting a lot of super nice comments from everyone. Rome, the topic is relationships. We're talking about all kinds of relationships. Your best and worst experiences on your first date, in relationships, everything. Hi, everyone. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. No, I am not single. I'm happily taken. Has anybody... I love you too, babe. Has anybody met their significant other on social media? That's a big one. I mean, it's 2017, so all kinds of relationships are made and built through technology. I guess it's just easy, it's convenient for people, and it kind of gives you like a first look on what somebody looks like, what they maybe sound like. I don't know if anybody's ever spoke to someone on social media and then met them in real life and they were like nothing what their photos looked like, way too much Photoshop, or they were like incredibly short or incredibly large. Social media is very misleading when it comes to meeting people and dating them. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as a good relationship. Oh. Antonio says there's no such thing as a good relationship. They are all bad. I beg to differ. It sounds like you've been burned way too many times for you to say something like that. Social media. One thing I've been able to do, but at the end, my husband had a hardcore show. I love it. I'm just reading. Lots of comments popping up, you guys. If you are new to the live stream that we're having right now, we're talking about relationships. I've talked a little bit about my relationship and what kind of relationship I'm in. We're talking about relationships where there's multiple partners. I've asked questions about dating somebody in the sex industry, whether they were a dancer or a porn star or a cam girl. Those are all very sticky kind of relationships, where one person usually feels too insecure to date somebody like that. I've definitely been in a relationship like that. I talked a little bit about that as well. It's very hard to be in a relationship like that where somebody's constantly jealous and not trusting you. That's bad. Thank you. Looking for love in the wrong places. No, what? Time goes just places. I'm just reading. I'm just grabbing these comments, you guys. My smile is very expensive. I hope it's a good one. Commenting back to you. What your comment just keeps getting lost in here. Chelson? It's a pretty interesting name. Yes, Jared, I do have a page. For anyone asking or wondering, this is the part 2 to my live stream that I've been doing for the past hour or so. My connection cut me out, so I went ahead and I started another one so we could continue talking about relationships and experiences. Yeah, and I am mostly on Facebook and Instagram. I believe if you look down below this video, on the first one, I did tag myself in the description for my Facebook and my Instagram. But if you can't find that for some crazy reason... Did I do it right? Oh, backwards, you guys. There we go. So go ahead and screenshot that. That's where you can find me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and like everything else under the sun social media. Really appreciate it. These are... I don't understand. People are saying, why so many tattoos? This is Inked Magazine. This is a tattoo page. You're going to find all kinds of tattoos on here. I definitely would consider myself heavily tattooed. I definitely have more than 50% of my body tattooed, for sure. Yeah, but I still have all kinds of space left, so... Anyways. Yes, this is Falkor. Oh my gosh, somebody called it right. So, Falkor from the Neverending Story, if you guys take a look. I'm sure we've got some movie fans out there. I'm glad somebody caught that. My favorite tattoo is my Chucky tattoo. I'll show you real quick here. Right there. Boop. Here, I'll show you. Get a little bit better. And Dustin Kendig, here at Ronin Living Art Tattoo Studio, did that one. Kind of wraps around to the back a little bit. Yeah. I'm always asked what my favorite tattoo is, and I always have the same answer. That tattoo is my favorite tattoo, so thanks for asking. Thanks for being super patient with me, guys. Hi. I don't know what my next tattoo is going to be. Maybe something on my arm, maybe this. Because I've got that left. I'm surprised I don't have 2 full sleeves. Yeah. Meh. So yes. Just reading. Where is everybody watching from? Where in the world? I live right outside of Portland, Oregon. So, Oregon, the Northwest. I love it here. It's beautiful. Yeah, Chucky tattoo. I won't tell Derek, Mindy. I love your ship, too, by the way. Colby asks, would you say dating a woman that is 10 years older than him would be difficult, as he is 24? Just hoping you have some advice on this. If you're a dude and you're going to date an older chick, that's really difficult because obviously I'm a chick and I wouldn't want to date anybody that was younger than me, especially not 10 years, because that's like huge. Like that's a gap for like experience. That's a gap for basically life experience. They're going to have more experience for everything. And usually the older you are, the more like financially stable you are. So if you can handle somebody taking care of you, then I mean, great, go for it, you know? Hello, Veronica. And I love Arizona, by the way. We're talking about dating. This is not a tattoo... I mean, yes, we're on a tattoo page, I get it. But we're actually talking about dating. I have been sharing a few of my experiences of my own. And I've been talking about, good dates, bad dates, worst experiences, me being a model, like being in a relationship as a model, has that worked? Has that person been tough enough? I don't know if that's the right word, secure enough in themselves to actually date somebody who does that. I've asked about dating people in the sex industry, so somebody who is a dancer or a porn star or a cam model. We've covered quite a bit here. We've asked and talked about having multiple partners, more than one, obviously. Has that worked for that person at all? We've talked about cheating. Oh, wow. Joseph says, hello all the way from the Amazon of Peru. What's up, dude? And do you think age is a huge factor? Do you guys feel like dating somebody who is, I don't know, 10 years younger or older is a good thing or bad thing, and why? My take on that was obviously dating somebody who's older. They have more experience. They're more financially stable. They've lived a little, you know, they've been around the block. Probably easy to relate to if you have any problems. You know what I mean? They've experienced it. We've also covered if you are a traveling musician or somebody who just travels, period, do you trust your partner when you leave? That was an interesting one. Somebody asked me if I've ever been with a woman. Yes. Eric says age is not a factor if you're open-minded. That's true, but there's only so much open-mindedness you can have. You know what I mean? If like I wouldn't like I'm 30. You know, I don't want to date somebody who's 20, especially. I feel like guys who are that young, it's just too immature. Like they haven't lived enough. You know, like if anything, I'm gonna date somebody who's older. I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Let's see, and the largest space in years for me, I believe, was 13. So it's quite a jump. It's like tattoos everywhere. Oh god, my leg. Guys, I'm getting old. I keep getting the same person on here named Christy Lee saying really mean shit. So why don't you guys head over to her page and give her shit via email? I don't know. It sounds like you have a very sad life, and it sounds like you're not happy in your life. So you gotta go on to large tattoo share pages or large pages and just give people shit. Like, that's not cool, dude. I'm not coming over to you giving you shit. You know what I mean, dude? Let's see. Or how can you trust the person you want to do it? Immature older person with a mature young person. I'm 51, but I look... Bobby says he's 51, but he looks 21. I have to know your beauty regimen for that. Let's see. I'll show you guys my back tattoo here real quick. I keep having people ask. I also try and find different things I can actually wear to show off all my tattoos without being completely super exposed. But so my back is like halfway-ish done. I still gotta go all the way down here. I got quite a bit of space. I have this to do as well. Ah! So yeah. Also, more broken records. If you're new, my name is Heidi. I believe I am tagged in the description box. If you can't find it, I'll make sure to fix that once the live feed is over, of course. Usually I get on here and I go over specific topics. I talk a lot about obviously tattoos, as I'm heavily tattooed. We discuss relationships, which we're doing right now, but we're going more into detail about relationships. Tonight, I'm asking very specific questions to you guys, and I'm also answering the questions myself, as I kind of read them off. And if you guys have any great topic ideas that you guys actually want to talk about, go ahead and shoot me a message. Shoot me a message here on Facebook or leave it in the comments below, and I'll make sure to go back through the comments to read them, fully. So if there's something I missed, or if there was like a really good topic idea, then I'll be sure to mention it and go over it next time for sure. Are you going to do any, what? Yes, I'll get my feet tattooed, of course. Do we know they have a camel toe? Benny, that's hilarious. Benny says, do women know they have a camel toe when they wear tights? I don't know, dude. I'm sure maybe I've accidentally had one too, wearing tights. I mean, if you're wearing black, you can probably get away with just about anything. But yeah, I mean, I've seen girls do that, and I've definitely seen that. They rock it, though. Just reading. If you don't mind me saying. Yeah. Thank you, Christine. You tell her. Super rude and shitty. I will, Mindy. I just got back from a crazy trip. I was gone for like 10 days straight. I went to California, and then I was there for a few days, and then I drove back to Oregon, and I drove back Sunday, and I got back at like, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night, and then I packed, and then I left the next morning. I left the next morning at like, I had to wake up at 4, and then I left at 7, and I just got back last night at 10:30, so I'm glad that I was able to sneak on here to do my live feed, of course, because I've just been so tired, and I've just been doing so much. I've been doing so much! Mindy has the best comments. I love it. Yes, when I get off of here, I'll hit you up, girl, and we will plan it. We will plan it. Hi, Bob. Thank you so much. Let's see. Okay, so I think I've been on here for a little bit. I'm gonna cook some dinner because I need to eat still, of course. I'm super appreciative to everybody that tuned in. I haven't been here in a few weeks, so it was nice to come back and talk with you guys, as always. And if you guys have any great ideas for live feed chats / topics, definitely leave them in the comments below. Reshare this video and the other one below this to all your friends. Tag somebody who you think needs some dating advice, because that's always fun. And we've gone over a slew of topics, where I've also answered the topic question myself, that relates to my own life, of course. So, and if you want to find me, obviously, on social media, it's always backwards. This is me. This is me. So you can find me mostly probably on Facebook and Instagram. So I had a blast, but I'm really hungry, and I'm going to make some dinner. So yeah. So I love you guys.